beautiful ones. Fran here, back with another video. Happy 2019, guys. I am so excited for 2019. I mean, like, 2018 was dynamic, but like, I just expect so much dynamic stuff to happen in 2019, not just for me, but for y'all too. I am expecting so much to happen in the 19. So I just want to start off, first of all, you guys know I'll never stop saying thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting, sharing, sending me emails. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am so thankful and I am so grateful for each and every one of you. So this is what we're going to do this year. We are going to make some big things happen. We're going to create and manifest some big, humongous things. And we are going to do it so easily and so effortlessly that we're going to blow our own minds this year, right? So I am going to just kind of chat with you guys about a lot of things, some basics. We're going to go over some basics in the manifestation process and the creation process, because I think it's important. And since we are starting fresh, like we have a clean slate this year, it's not about making a whole bunch of resolutions and a whole bunch of goals, but it's about making powerful intentions and great statements of declaration over our lives, and then moving toward that, listening to the Spirit of God, listening to what God is telling us, listening to what our angels are telling us to do, and moving in the direction of our grandest life. And we are going to do that this year. So I was looking over a lot of the emails and stuff that you guys have sent and some of the questions you've asked, and I'm just going to kind of just talk to you guys, not in any particular order. I'm just going to start talking, and I'm going to give you some basics about how we're going to start this year. I hope that you guys did your 20 things that you got in 2018, and the 20 things you desire in 2019, because that's going to help you to set the pace to start the momentum of attracting and manifesting the things that you want. Now, for those of you who are new here, my name is Fran Lee. I own a company called Angels with Fran, and I call myself the Miracle Manifestor. And I do that because everything in my life, I feel that I have co-created with God. So whether it's good, fabulous, or not so good, I feel like I have co-created those things. As a matter of fact, I don't feel like, I know that I have co-created those things with my thoughts and my words and my feelings around the things that I desire. So the number one thing that I want you guys to be conscious about this year is what you are saying that you desire and what you're saying you're not desiring. So the reason I want you to be conscious about that is because I don't really want you to talk about what you don't want, because whether you know it or not, if you're talking about what you don't want, if you are talking about it constantly, if you're talking about it with emotion, like I just don't want a high bill. I cannot do this high bill this year. It's just too much. I cannot do this. I don't want. When you're talking about things like that and you're talking about it with emotion, you are bringing that into your existence, into your energy field, and it will manifest in your life. So first of all, we're going to watch what we talk about. We're going to watch our mouths. And I'm going to tell you just from experience that sometimes you just have to be quiet, right? Like, you just shouldn't say anything. If you can't say anything productive, just zip it. Just zip it. And I know that that's not always easy, because sometimes we start talking, we get on the roll, and we just talking. And the next thing we look up and it's like, oh my gosh, look at all this mess. Look at all this stuff in my life. Look at all this. Whoa. It's stuff that you've called in by what you have spoken. So be mindful of what you're saying. Be very mindful of what you're saying. If you can't find anything good to say about something, situation, yourself, just don't say anything. Take 5 seconds, breathe it out, and then come back to it. The other thing that is really important is what you're putting in your spirit. Now, I would like to think that my videos are pretty positive and motivational. And, you know, sometimes because I am human, I might have, you know, a moment that there's a rant or something like that. But I really try to keep them very positive and upbeat because I want to help you guys create. If you are watching things that make you feel bad, if you are listening to things that are making you feel bad, that lower your vibration, I'm gonna need y'all to stop that. I'm gonna need you to stop it. If it's your TV, if it's your radio, if it's your neighbor, if it's your man, if it's your mama, you're gonna have to block that out if you're trying to create positive things. If you are trying to elevate your vibration so that you can attract at a rapid speed, you've got to be very mindful about what you're putting into your spirit. Now, I will even go as far as to say sometimes that even has to do with the food you eat. Like, if you're putting bad things in your temple, then you're going to get a bad result from your temple, right? So, you know, sometimes you want to eat that bread and you want to eat those chips and you want to eat that chocolate. I want to eat that chocolate. And you eat the chocolate and then you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I'm so stuffed. Why did I do that? Same thing with your mind. Be mindful of what you're taking in, what you're putting into your spirit, because if you're putting positive things in your spirit, if you run up against a negative experience, if you run up against a negative person, you have that positive influence in your mind and you have something to pull from. You can remember reading that devotional that morning or writing those affirmations that are going to remind you that this is what I'm trying to create. This is what I desire in my life. I do a lot of studying of people. I love to watch people. I am a people watcher. And I look at a lot of the music artists, especially the rap artists, okay? I look at a lot of people, but I also look at some R&B artists like Beyonce and Cardi B and T.I. and stuff like that. I'm telling you this because if you think about their songs and the things that they're saying and the things that they're saying repeatedly, right? They are living those lives that they're talking about because they're constantly talking about it. What you speak shows up in your existence. What you focus on flourishes. If you're thinking about good things, if you are guiding yourself through the day and you're saying, you know what, I am so fabulous. I am so good at my job. I have great reviews. I find favor everywhere I go. Everything always works out for me. I am led by divine intelligence. If you're working out, I have a great healthy body. I am healthy inside and outside, and I have good healthy eyes and good healthy ears. I mean, whatever you're doing, if you start to speak life into those areas of your life, you start to speak life into your bank account. My bank account is overflowing. I have thousands and thousands of dollars a day delivered to my bank account from multiple sources, from unknown sources, from known sources. I have checks in the mail every day. All of my bills are paid. I am financially fit. Money flows to me. I give and it is given. If you are focusing on those things, let me tell you, those things are going to show up in your life. I am a witness. I am testifying, and I'm telling y'all that I have done this. I've done the things that I'm telling you to do. I have taken my thoughts from, I don't have enough. I don't ever have enough. I never have enough money. It seems like I just can't get ahead. Every time I think I have some extra, something comes up and I don't have extra. I have gone from all of that to I am favored. I find favor everywhere I go. My bank account is booming. My business is booming. My children are protected and prosperous. My life is amazing. I am led by the divine spirit of God. And I start my day like that. I start my day like that. I wake up in the morning, when I open my eyes, the first thing I say is thank you. Thank you for another day. When I go to sleep at night, I go to sleep thinking about the things that I have accomplished that day and the things that I am going to accomplish tomorrow, and I give thanks. I rarely allow a negative thought. Now, I said rarely. I didn't say never. I didn't say I don't ever have a negative thought, because your girl has a negative thought every now and then. But my negative thoughts, they don't last long. One of the things I do, I stay prayed up, I stay before God, and I'm always asking for guidance. Guide me, lead me, show me the way. I want my entire heavenly staff to be with me constantly, 24/7. I give them permission to do that. And I fill my mind with good things. I'm going to tell you guys, I have lost a lot of friends along this journey. I've lost some family members. I have had to end some toxic relationships, personal and professional. I have really had to clear my closet because I made a decision, a conscious decision, that I was not going to let anything get in the way of the life that I desired, the life I knew I deserved, and the life that I knew I desired. And that meant limiting my time with some people, places, and things. It meant ending some relationships, building some new relationships, and even spending some time alone. But I was willing to do that to succeed. I was willing to do that because I had made a conscious decision to be prosperous. And when my prosperity started to show up in my life, because I'd made the sacrifices, I read, I prayed, I sat alone, I sat in the silence, I did things alone in my life. I traveled alone, I ate dinner alone. And I'm not telling you that you have to do that, but I'm telling you that it's something that you have to think about if you are entertaining negative people and negative circumstances. You've got to change your behaviors if you want things to change in your life. And it is important, and you hear me talk about changing the mindset a lot. That is so very important. But it is also important for you to change your surroundings. You cannot have a positive life in a negative environment. So sometimes we have to have that negative environment. Like our job's negative. Sometimes we live with somebody who's negative and we don't have a choice. You know, we're in the world, so, you know, you can't control anybody but yourself. But the key is you can control yourself. You can control what you do, what you don't do, what you say, where you go, who you entertain. Control the things that you can control, and it will begin to help the vibration and the energy of the environments and the situations that you bring into your life. Right now, I have some amazing people in my life. You guys are totally amazing. I love you. I'm telling you, you guys make my day. When I read your comments, it makes me so happy because we're on the same accord. So think about that. We're on the same accord. We're wanting to manifest and create things in our life. We know who our higher power is. We are connected to that higher power. And the word says, what? Where two or three are gathered together, I will be in the midst. So I know that not only is God working in my life, I know He's working in your life. And as long as He keeps powering me, I will keep powering y'all. And we are going to do some dynamic things in 2019. Not maybe we're going to do, not possibly we're going to do, not maybe this is going to happen. It is going to happen. Decree it and declare it in your life and over your life every single day. You got to work on you. When you're trying to attract and manifest things, you got to work on you. You got to clean out that closet, that spiritual closet. You got to clean out all those stinky thinking thoughts. You even have to clean out the clutter not only in your mind, but the clutter in your house. Let me tell you. I've been working on my closet for the last 3 days. yeah, anyway, not that the closet is cluttered, but there's just things in there that I don't use. So if I have things in my life that I don't use and that I'm holding on to, I'm not making room for new things to come in. Does that make sense? So it's like you're saying to God, give me more money. I want more money. But your hand is holding on to your money so tight that God is not going to pry your fingers open to give you more money. You have to believe in the law of circulation. Know that what you send out is going to return to you. It's coming back. So you don't have to harbor and hold on to stuff. Now, don't go tell somebody that Fran said for you to give all your stuff away, because that's not what I'm saying to you. What I am saying to you is if you have clutter in your home, or if you have clutter in your life, if you have clutter in your closet, your spiritual closet or your physical closet, you got to clean it out. Just like we cleaned out our wallets, you got to clean out everything else and make room for stuff to come in. It seems like every time I clean out my closet, I give away all kind of stuff all the time. And then I'm like, where did all these clothes come from? Where did all these purses come from? Where did all this stuff come from? Don't even see it just circulating back in. I don't miss it because I'm giving it and it is returning to me. Just like my money, just like your money. Let's talk about that. Every year I keep a tithing notebook. I get the prettiest notebook I can find and I start writing down my tithes. At the end of the year, I go back and I look at what I've tithed, and I am so amazed because every time I tithe, it seems like I ended up having more to tithe because I'm operating in the law of circulation. I made a commitment to tithe. And okay, so let me roll it back a little bit. Let me bring it back a little bit. I've made a commitment to tithe for years, right? Sometimes back in the day, your girl didn't tithe. Like, I got nervous, I got scared. I was like, oh my gosh, oh God. All right, but then I came back, I remade my covenant, I remade my declaration, and I said, everything I get, I will tithe off of. I'm not even gonna look at how much it is, I'm just gonna tithe it, and I'm gonna write it down. This year I went back in my book, and not only did I tithe more this year than I have any other year, I also made more in my business this year than I've ever made. And it's because I stayed consistent to my promise of I am going to give. Now, sometimes even through this year of me giving, I've been like, I need some help. Like, I have some things I need to do, and I need you to come through for me. Like, I really need you to come through. And I would get nervous because your girl is human. I'm human just like everybody else. But you know what? Once I stood on that promise that I give and it is given. I am blessed because I am a blessing. I give freely, joyously. I open the doors of financial blessings because I give expectingly, knowing that it is returning to me 1,000-fold. Things started to happen. So I am telling you this because I want you guys to be able to tell me these stories like, Fran, guess what happened? I love when I get the emails, Fran, guess what? Or the comments, guess what happened? I love that. And I love that you guys are taking that leap and you are claiming and declaring what you truly want in your life. It is amazing when things show up. It is amazing. And I am so thankful and so grateful. So I'm going to share just one more story with you guys before I go. You know that we went to Memphis. I lost a family member. I told you guys that. And we went to Memphis. And we didn't get to do much in Memphis. I'm not really a big Memphis fan. But they do have the river. And I love the river. And we just kind of, you know, milled around a little bit when we had free time. But we went to the Graceland property. You know, Elvis Presley. Everybody knows Elvis Presley, right? And we actually toured the Graceland Museum that had all of his cars and all of his sayings, and you know, the Graceland house was over there, and his airplanes are there, and all this extravagant stuff, right? And I was reading one of the quotes, and he was saying that to come from nothing to be born in a 2-bedroom home in Tupelo, Mississippi, and then to be blessed to have all the things that my heart desired is truly amazing. I have because I asked and I believed. And as I was standing in the middle of that museum, I was looking at all these cars and jewelry and, you know, his house and how he took care of his family and how he started with nothing, right? So what I want to tell you, the reason I'm telling you this story is because it does not matter where you are today. It does not matter what is going on in your life right now at this moment. It doesn't make a difference. Because if you truly believe that all things are possible, and you know that God has got your back, your front, your side, that He's with you, and that all things are possible, things will happen in your life that there are no physical explanations for. You have to know that it is so. You got to know that you know. You guys will hear me tell you that a million times. Everyone who is successful, who has been successful, who is still successful, will tell you, I just knew. And that's what you have to do. You have to protect your mind. You got to protect your mouth. You got to protect your eyes. And you have to protect what's going into your spirit. Because you are on a mission to live your best and grandest life. And you are unstoppable once you believe that you truly are. All right, guys. I am so excited. I'm going to do some new stuff for you guys in 2019. I'm going to be teaching more. We're going to get back into the Bible scriptures. I'm going to vlog more when I travel because I have a lot of travel coming up. I hope to meet a lot of you on the road. My first stop is Vegas. I'm so excited. And if you're in Vegas, let me know. Let's do a meetup. All right. I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.